Hello guys and welcome back. So now in this video we will allow the player to damage the zombie and kill the zombie. So for that, open up the zombie1 script, and in here first of all we will create function so that the zombie can take damage. Okay, at the top first of all let's create the health variables for the zombie. So the first one will be a private float by the name of zombie health. This will be equals to 100, and after that we will create another float which will be by the name of present health. Okay, now at the bottom we need to create the function so that the zombie can take damage. So let's create a function. The first one will be the zombie hit damage. Okay, this is similar to the player ones. Okay, in the same way we give damage to the player, and in that way we will give damage to the zombie as well. So create a reference inside this function by the name of take damage. And as you know, the rifle will give the damage, and also the punch will give damage to the zombie, so it will give damage to this. Right here, first of all we will decrease the present health of the zombie by the take damage. So we will say present health minus equals to take damage, and after that we will check that if the present health is less than or equals to 0, then we will call a function which will be by the name of zombie die. Let's copy this now, and down below let's create a private void name of zombie die. And when the zombie die, we want the zombie to just lay down on the floor and don't do anything, and after some time we will, when the zombie plays the die animation, then after that we want to destroy the game object. So what we will do right here, we will say zombie agent dot set destination, and we will stop the zombie where we kills it. So we will set that position. After that we will make the zombie speed 0, and we will make the attacking radius and vision radius 0 as well. And if guys, if you don't do this, then when the zombie events die, and at that time, for example, if we play the die animation, then of course it will take some time, 4 or 5 seconds. Then till that time the zombie will still damage you and still follows you. Okay, so make sure that you set these all to 0, and after this we will set the player in vision radius to false as well. Whoops, and then set the player in vision radius to false as well. We are taking in vision radius. Okay, and after that we will simply destroy the zombie game object after some time, for example after 5 seconds. So do that, and now we can give damage to the zombie as well. So now let's get back to the rifle, and first of all let's create a reference to our core effect, or you can say blood effect, because whenever we shoot or hit the zombie with the punch, we want to show the blood effect, okay, on the zombie body. And we will do that in the similar way as we did to the game as object. Okay, the object. So first of all let's search for an object which contains the zombie1 script. So we will say zombie1, and let's name this as zombie1 as well. This will be equals to all of this, but at the end we will change this to zombie1. And after that, in the else if, we will say that if we find the zombie1, okay, if that is not equals to null, what we're gonna do, we will damage the zombie, and also we will play the gore effect. So instead of the object to hit, the object to hit is the zombie one. Okay, we will give damage of what the rifle gives, which is 10f. After that we want to play the core effect, so core effect, let's actually name this core effect go, and right here as well core effect go. We want to play the core effect and on the zombie body. Okay, everything is set up. Now we will give 10 units damage to the zombie, and it will take 10 units damage, and it will be -1 the zombie health. That's it. Save it, get back to Unity. Let me see the vehicle script again. And right here we need to change this function name as well. As you can see, we have this function for the zombie, which is zombie hit damage. Okay, not object hit damage. This object hit damage is a function of the object. Okay, so make sure to change that as well, or else it will print out this error. Now the error is gone. Click on the zombie, and if we go inside the debug mode, as you can see, here is the zombie health and the present health. When we play the game, the present health will becomes 100. You will notice it. Okay, and the reason it didn't become 100 is that when the game start, we didn't add that code. So right here in the awake, let's set the present health to the zombie health. Okay, so now save it. And now if we play the game, you will notice that the present health becomes 100, as you can see. Now we can only damage the player by using the rifle only, okay, not on the punch, because on the punch we need to make a reference to the zombie. Okay, so now there is the zombie. Let's try to hit the zombie. As you can see, it shows that core effect not added, so we need to add the core effect as well. Why we are forgetting everything? Let's add the core effect right there. In the prefabs we have this core effect, so just drag and drop it. That's it. Let's play the game again now. Click on the zombie so that we see the zombie health. Okay, pick up the rifle. We have the rifle now. Now as you can see, it is playing the gore effect, and as you notice, we have damaged the player. Now let's go ahead and kill the zombie. As you can see, the player health becomes -30, which we type in the code that if the zombie health becomes less than or equals to 0, then the zombie will disappear after 5 seconds. And actually, in that 5 seconds, we will play the zombie die animation. But as I told you, that animation is for the later, so we will add that in the future. Now as you notice that by the rifle we can damage the zombie. Now let's do it for the punching as well. So in the player punch script right here, we have a reference to the object only. Let's do the same for the zombie as well. So we can actually just copy this, paste it right here, and then copy this else if block and paste it right here. And actually we don't need this effects for the punching. Okay, so remove all of that, and also let's remove this punch effect as well. Actually we can delete it. Now our punch will also damage the zombie. So here is the zombie. Let's play the game. Let's get closer to the zombie now. Let's try to damage it. As you can see, whenever we hit the zombie, as you can see, his health becomes decreased, as you can see. Let's try to hit him again. Okay, the zombie will eventually just kill us, but now, as you know, the punching also works, but we need to make the punching radius a little bit smaller, because as you notice, we can punch the zombie from right here as well, so we don't want that. We just actually make the punching radius smaller. Okay, right here is the punching range, so make it 2 or whatever you want, which suits your game, so just do that. And now we have a fully functional zombie character, and in the next video we will add animation to our zombie. Okay, so catch you guys in the next one.